The storm outside was relentless, pounding against the windows as if it were testing the strength of the walls that held them. Inside, Anthony Scaramucci sat across from 𝗕𝗵𝗲𝗵 in a quiet studio, their voices ready to dive into the raw truths of life. Both men carried stories carved from failure, reinvention, and triumph. Both had learned the hard way that the road to success was rarely a straight line, it was more often a battlefield. Life isn't about avoiding pain, Jay began, his tone steady yet heavy with experience. It's about learning how to use it, how to grow from it. The truth is, you can overcome anything. The words hung in the air like a lifeline for anyone who had ever felt cornered by life's cruelty. Anthony nodded, his mind drifting back to his own journey. From the heights of Wall Street to the chaos of politics, and back again, he had tasted victory and humiliation, sometimes in the same breath. He remembered the sting of public criticism, the headlines that painted him as a caricature, and the private nights when doubt tried to eat away at him. But what kept him going was the unshakable belief that failure was not the end, it was a pivot point. Jay, too, carried his scars. Once celebrated as one of the greatest business strategists in the world, he had faced crushing financial setbacks and the shame of broken ventures. He knew what it felt like to lose everything you had built, to watch opportunities slip through your fingers, and to wonder if you would ever rebuild. But he also knew that buried in every failure was the seed of a second chance. The conversation deepened as they traded stories, not just of their own lives, but of the countless people they had encountered, entrepreneurs who had risked it all, families who had lost everything in recessions, individuals who battled addiction, illness, or betrayal. Every story carried a common thread: resilience. One of the most powerful stories Jay shared was about a young woman he once mentored. She had grown up in poverty, raised by a single mother who worked 3 jobs just to keep food on the table. By the time she was in her 20s, she was drowning in debt, barely able to pay rent, and on the verge of giving up. But with guidance, she learned how to transform her circumstances, turning her small side hustle into a thriving business that not only changed her life but also created opportunities for others. Her transformation wasn't overnight. It came from persistence, a willingness to learn, and the refusal to let her past define her future. Anthony added his own account of resilience, not from the business world, but from the quiet, unseen moments of human struggle. He recalled meeting a man who had lost his wife and daughter in a tragic accident. The man could have succumbed to grief, but instead, he chose to honor their memory by dedicating his life to helping others heal from trauma. That man's story reminded Anthony that the human spirit was far stronger than any